Sure. So I guess I'm here at Windows Connections in Orlando at the lovely JW Marriott and Ritz-Carlton. It's a great hotel. These sessions have been fantastic. In fact, I think I've had a pretty substantial number of people in the sessions. I have been doing kind of a various different things here today. A lot of them, though, I've been focusing a lot on Windows 7 and Windows 7 automated deployment recently. I have been doing a lot of kind of helping people understand how Windows 7 automated deployment, even using Microsoft's free tools, is not as hard as people really would think it should be. In fact, I wrote a book. If you go to realtimepublishers.com, you can download a free book. It's on Windows 7 deployment in both regular desktop and VDI environments. And my goal is to help people kind of deconstruct or demystify that ridiculous Microsoft alphabet soup of different acronyms that they have for the different tools. But I had a couple of sessions on that here, and it's just been real successful so far. It's been a lot of fun. What I really think is interesting about Microsoft's tools is that there are so many different product groups that have been working on the different tool sets. And so they create different tools. Each group works with different tools, and the tools appear to the outsider to be these various, very different, very disparate. They don't connect in intelligent ways. And the hard part really is just getting them connected. And my goal here is to help people understand, number one, that connecting them isn't that difficult, and you can do so with just some very simple things. Back in the day, Windows deployment was really focused on kind of a monolithic approach, being that we would have an image, and the image would be installed with applications and configurations and user state, and all of this stuff would be one big package that we think of as an image. And what I'm hoping people to understand is that if we kind of split that big monolith into its disparate layers, so the operating system, and then a layer on top of that being the drivers, and then the applications and the user state, then we can use different tools to administer and manage those different layers individually, and it makes the whole environment, the whole way that we deploy Windows much, much better. Arguably, if you're really smart about the way you deploy Windows 7, you can create an environment where you may never have to do troubleshooting ever again, because you've layered all of those pieces together correctly and been smart about the way that you did it. If a user calls in and they said, hey, I've got a problem, why troubleshoot it? Why not just hit the refresh that person's computer button and have all of their settings and their user settings and applications just reappear back in a couple of minutes? So some very powerful stuff. It's funny, for a long time, virtualization was a hugely hot topic, and it really is today, because there's still a lot of organizations that are still doing virtualization. But virtualization it's lost some of its sex appeal, and it's gone from being this really exciting thing to kind of this thing that you just do. My argument today, and then this is, I'm not sure how many others kind of share it with me, but in doing consulting and traveling the country and doing teaching, because I teach custom courses, for anybody that's interested, the real kind of interest for a lot of organizations these days is surprisingly at the desktop. So for so long, the server side has been where most of the real kind of excitement has happened in the industry. And very recently, the desktop side, and specifically just delivery of applications, how you get a user connect to their applications and data, is the real excitement I see in the industry. And Windows 7 deployment is a piece of that, as is VDI, as is remote desktop services, and just really even the iPad. People are finding different form factors that are different than the typical desktop computer or laptop computer that they need to be able to use. And so helping people resolve and get through this now kind of current transition to application-centric IT, I think is really what's exciting to me, and I think exciting to a lot of people that are out there. Well, I'm always on the road. The easiest place to get a hold of me is at concentratedtech.com. That's concentratedtech.com. Like I said, that's the easiest place to get a hold of me. On that site, you can take a look at some of the writing that our company has put together, some of the analysis pieces for various different vendors, and also some of the custom training classes that we've put together too. So if you're an organization that you love sending people off to training, but the cost of it just doesn't make a lot of sense, particularly when you're sending a lot of people. Why send a couple of people off to sit in some class and follow a big book when you can bring someone like myself on site and we can develop a complete custom training package for you for almost less money? So been doing a lot of that, and in addition to that, all the different conferences that are coming up, whether that be a TechEd or a VMworld or whatever, you're probably going to find me at it.